So we have finally received the package, and it's well packed, as you can see. Okay, so we got the gasket, and the gasket is made of rubber, which is great because the factory one was, I think it was the paper gasket, and it disintegrated. And this is the ICV, so it doesn't have any marks from the manufacturer, but I can see that it looks practically the same. Here's how we're gonna test if it's okay. You hear this sound. Yeah, so it means it's not stuck, it's loose, so it should work fine, but it seems okay. We're gonna test it now. Okay, so here we have the old one and the Aliexpress one. The difference here is that this surface from Aliexpress, it's not that quite flat, so this brass thing is a little bit higher than the rest of it, and here is flush. Other than that, the connector, it's a different type. So you see here you have two of these sliders, and this one has only one, so I will probably not be able to fit that here. Other than that, there are some numbers here, 3 to 1, 3 to 1 here as well. It basically looks the same, but I'm concerned now for the connector, because this type of connector is for the sensor and not the ICV. I didn't check on the replacement parts, but it's still an original that's on my car. It's from a friend, and I'm just going to first try to connect the connector here. So the connector does not fit, which is too bad. Is this okay? And the thing is that we have this connector, and on this connector it fits, so it shouldn't be like that, but it is, and I really don't know why. So the only thing I could do now is just to file this here and try to connect it. One thing for comparison, to know that your ICV is working, just shake it. If it's making this sound, it's okay, because it has to be loose like this. And if it's like this one, not making a sound, then it's not, it's stuck. This one is full of corrosion and there's no helping it. I tried to clean it, but it didn't help, so it's not working properly. So listen for this sound. Yeah, so that's the right sound. Well, that's pretty neat. Okay, let's try to connect it. Okay, so now the connector fits. So this gasket is rubber and it's thick, so I hope it will be fine for this uneven surface. But first let's clean this GUI here. Oh, it's very squishy, so this may work. Okay. So in this exactly the same position was the new one when we installed it, and this one was unplugged. So we got 800 RPMs, and I think that Aliexpress ICV is working. But I won't get too fast for to conclusions, because I'm gonna test drive it over the weekend and give you a review. So it has been a few days now since I tried to install the Aliexpress ICV, and actually it worked great. I went on a test drive and I don't know, it was working fine and everything, and after one stop I turned on the car and engine shut down, and I tried again and it shut down. I barely drove to the next parking lot and replace it with the old borrowed one, and the car ran fine. So my review on the Aliexpress one is that it works for about half an hour, maybe an hour, and that's it. After that it didn't work at all. So I don't know what happened. Maybe it got hot and stuck in end position. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Maybe got hot and stuck in the end position or something. There's no luck with it. Original sensor, original borrowed ICV, and it has that bounce. But I think the borrowed ICV is in not so great condition, so it's bouncing like that. So okay, we got the pressure okay, and let's go try to install the, which one? This one, the Aliexpress one. Let's try it again. So the Aliexpress gasket is not so great because it's cracked, it's destroyed basically, and maybe that is the main issue for not working properly. It has a vacuum leak through this. So let's make a new gasket first. Good thing I have borrowed this. These are all do-it-yourself gaskets. There are some thick ones, thin ones, and I'm going to try, I think this is 1 millimeter one thickness, and I'm gonna try this part and see if it's okay. If not, I'm just gonna use the thicker one or something. Okay, I'll use this one because the surface on the AliExpress ICV is not so flat. Okay, let's try. So I took a drive. I installed the AliExpress one with the OEM BMW sensor, and it was dying. It was idling at about 100 RPM, and now it's about let's say 600, I don't know, but it's idling lower than normal for about I don't know 100 RPM. And you can see it's not stabilizing the RPMs very good. But let's take it for another 1-2 kilometer drive, so let's see if it learns how to stabilize the RPMs. So when I push the clutch, the RPMs drop, but the car doesn't die, so it's a progress. So I just made a few kilometers, and you can see the improvements. When I step on the gas, it doesn't go all the way to the 100 or 200 RPMs. It gets close, it goes below the 800 RPM, but it's very close. And the car is not dying, so that means that probably at one point, I don't have it here, but the gasket that comes with the ICV failed, because it's in a really bad shape after 2 or 3 installations. So probably on the test drive, the gasket blew and started sucking air through it, and that's why the car was dying. So probably the heat has something to do with it, because the car got to the working temperature, and the rubber that gasket is made from is pretty soft, and it just couldn't handle the heat and just disintegrated. So it cracked basically. So now I have this do-it-yourself gasket from the paper cutout. I'm just gonna try to drive it for a while and have a spare ICV in the car, so if I can just replace it and continue driving without issues. And for now, the AliExpress ICV is working okay with some issues, but we're gonna test it with new gasket, and I'm gonna get back at you after again a few days. So a new day, and spider web. Hello, Pluto. Yeah. So few days ago, I dismantled the AliExpress idle control valve, and I removed it from the engine, and the paper gasket that I made, removed it also, and I put some sealant on the ICV. I put some sealant on the ICV and mounted it, and the car runs much better. So the paper gasket was no good. And I'm going to show you how does the car work now. As you can see, it's a very hard start. it's very rough, and now we're going to wait for it. Oh, it almost died. Now we're going to wait for it to get a bit warm. Except the new sealant, I have used Liqui Moly MAF sensor cleaner. So by cleaning the MAF sensor, I got a better throttle response, and yeah, and the car is drivable now. Before that, it wasn't drivable. We are going to test drive it now and try to show you the RPMs. So you can see it's quite actually good. You don't notice this in the drive, so those fluctuations in RPMs are not that terrible. So taking the price of I don't know, so 12 euros for the ICV compared to the original Bosch for, I think it's 250 euros for the original unit, I think it's a quite fair trade-off for old shit box. So for me, thumbs up for the ICV. Only check if the connection point is the same. So this connection point had only one slider, and I needed to cut it off so I can plug in. That kind of connector is on the throttle position sensor. So you can modify this to fit, but try to find the one with those two guides on each side. And I think this one was meant for Kia. Actually, Kia engines had the same ICV, so keep that in mind when purchasing. Only thing that you don't need to use is the rubber gasket, because it failed in her first 30 minutes of driving, so don't use that. Maybe you should find that there are some ICVs with the paper gasket, but paper gasket didn't work well for me, and I just use sealant and it works great. So that's it for this video, and thank you for watching. See you on the next one.